Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Live with Ty. Better for you.
Rivalry to golf.
And you guys are so excited. I was thinking,
Yeah. You're older for
Live with Ty starts now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Live with Ty. Today with us in studio is the New Jersey native turned Philly Flyer and one of the captains of the BU men's ice hockey team. In his junior season, the one and only Devin Kaplan. So, Devin, to kick things off, your dad, Scott Kaplan, despite being a baseball player growing up, he got enthusiastic about the game in college, and that introduced you to the sport, so to speak. But we also know that your older brothers also played hockey. So my first question is, who's attributed more with getting you into the sport, your dad or your older brothers?
Honestly, I'd probably say my dad, just because the fact that he was the one who kind of found hockey at Colgate and then kind of fell in love with it there. So if he hadn't fell in love with hockey there, we probably would have never been playing. So I have to attribute it to him.
Always got to shut up, Pop.
Yeah.
So my next question is, with all of you guys playing hockey growing up, did you ever feel like you had to outshine your brothers to get noticed at the dinner table?
Oh yeah, always.
It
was always really competitive between me and my brothers. Just we all had 3 different paths, but whatever it is, wherever you're playing, it's just wanting to make an impact where you are. So we still compete to this day, so it's fun.
It's always good. That's always good to have.
Yeah.
So you got drafted by the Philly Flyers in round 3, 69th pick. Good number.
Yeah.
But I'm a little confused. So you go pro, then you come to college, and correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that going backwards?
A little bit. For hockey, it's a little different than the other sports because they allow you to be drafted by the organization, but you're still not signed as a professional.
Okay.
So technically, you can still go play college, and they own your rights as a player. So you can't sign with other teams, and other teams can't talk to you, but you still have your college eligibility. So you could go 1 year, you could go 2 years, you could go 3. It doesn't matter. But whenever they want to sign you, you sign. So
Being from New Jersey, you grew up a Rangers fan, but you got drafted by their rival in the Philly Flyers. So be honest with me here. When you first put on the jersey, were you overcome with imposter syndrome? Am I on the right team?
no, not at all. Just because the way me and my brothers are, and also my middle brother actually was a Flyers fan growing up. So
Oh, okay.
it was a little
Dark
bit,
horse.
yeah, it was a little
Little
bit,
dark
bit of a
horse.
rivalry in the household too. So no, but as soon as I got picked, I felt right at home. So it was good.
One thing I feel like that's not talked about enough until the Olympics is hockey on a global scale. What's that like playing for the youth national team and representing USA?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It's definitely a special feeling being able to put on the USA jersey. It was an unbelievable opportunity, and I'm grateful for it.
So we're going to transition a little bit to outside hockey section on the show. It's kind of called BU Hockey Debunked. And we're going to run through a bunch of true or false questions. You down for that?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So true or false? Hockey players stay on campus during the summer?
That's in between.
In between?
Yeah, because we do for the second half, so true.
So we'll say true-ish.
Yeah,
Next one. Hockey players go to class?
true.
True. Okay. And last one. What do hockey players prefer? Because you guys get this all the time. Ready?
Yeah.
Chipped tooth or concussion?
Chip tooth,
Chipped tooth, why?
because concussion can last forever. So
That is true.
yeah, and
That is
it's your brain, so you got to take care of that.
Teeth, you kind of get them replaced.
Teeth, you can get a fake one. My brother's got 2 fake ones. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's how you know he's a hockey player?
Yeah.
So in our research review, like I said, we like to stalk you a little bit.
Yeah.
We know that you are a big fan of GTA, right? Like, who doesn't? I play the game. You play the game. It's a phenomenal game. What's your opinion on Rockstar taking over a decade to drop the newest game in GTA 6?
My personal opinion, I don't really care as long as the game's good.
Okay. So you're willing to wait 10 years?
Yeah, I'm willing to wait as long as the game's good
You
because
still-
I still play the GTA to this day. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow, you're committed.
yeah.
So you grew up with 2 brothers, Jordan and Jalen. Who's the troublemaker growing up? There's always one.
I'm not gonna lie, it was Jordan, and I think everybody in my family would agree on that one. But he's the oldest, so I always kind of try to follow in his direction, but maybe not all the time. Maybe there are some things that I learned not to do from him, but
As an older brother.
he was
goes, yeah.
always my role model growing up, so
Okay.
I love him.
So like I said, you grew up a Rangers fan, but then you got signed to the Flyers. How'd your family take that news? Are family dinners awkward now?
They're not awkward. They're just. I'm not playing for the Flyers yet, so
Yeah.
they're still rooting for the Rangers. But
Okay.
For myself, I'm definitely a Flyers fan, so I keep good track of them. But it's not awkward. It's more of a playful little rivalry there too. So it's a lot of fun.
So you guys are a really successful team in BU hockey. You guys win a lot of titles, a lot of trophies. And you guys like to celebrate. Are there any favorite spots you guys have to go here in Boston? And who's always right there with you from the team?
I guess you could say after we win trophies, I guess after my freshman year, we won the hockey East. We took it to Sunset. So
Okay, so that's a good team.
yeah, that was a lot of
that's
fun, just
sick.
having all our family and all our friends there with the trophy. So it was a good time.
As a freshman, you scored 10 goals, 13 assists, 13 points. You got the game-tying goal against Merrimack, and you also provided the assist goal that ended up winning you guys the East title. What's your secret to coming into a powerhouse program and having such immediate success?
Playing with a sense of pride of being a Terrier. My dream growing up was always to be a Terrier. Every time I put on the jersey, I like to think that I'm not playing for just myself, but for everybody who's already played before me too. So
Sophomore year, you also had 23 points. You had 5 goals, 18 assists. What changed or stayed the same to stay so consistent between your freshman and sophomore year?
I would say my role on the team as a player was kind of similar between my freshman and sophomore year. I wouldn't say it was like that offensively productive, but I definitely did my role to the best of my ability and kind of help the team win in any way I could. And that's what kind of Pando prides on. So just showing up to the rink every day and doing what you need to do best to improve. So
it's known that Flyers legend John LeClaire is always in your corner giving you advice and helping you improve and polish your game as a power forward. But last year, and I don't know if you know this, in a game against UConn, in a Barstool BU post, you were compared to the likes of Thanos. So my question is this: which is cooler, having a legend in John LeClaire always in your corner giving you advice, or being compared to the likes of Thanos?
it's definitely the John LeClaire, just
Okay.
because he's
Right,
a hockey.
hate Marvel or something, or
I'm not a huge fan of Marvel,
Okay, that's
but he's just a hockey legend, and growing up close to Philly and being able to see what he did there, and I talk with them a lot, so it's definitely really cool.
oh, lucky you, bro. Dude,
Yeah.
legend in your corner, bro.
Yeah.
Lucky you. So now we're gonna switch a little bit to BU and the schooling perspective. So I feel like there's a lore between athletics and hospitality, and maybe I'm crazy or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm overstepping. But what is it that every athlete that I know personally, they're all a hospitality major? I mean, you yourself?
Yeah, I feel like, especially with the hockey team, it's just kind of like we love being with each other so much that guys like going to class together. They like going to eat right after class together, and then we hang out after class together as well. So it's just the sense of being with each other, being around each other, and being able to do things together and create more experiences with each other as well. So that's definitely it.
You recently signed an NIL deal in Nielsen Sports Agency. Congrats on that.
Thank
How does
you.
it feel knowing that now when you score goals, you have great performances, your wallet also celebrates?
It doesn't really change anything. I mean, we go out and we play no matter what, and it is what it is. So anything else that comes with that, it's there. But I'm really just here to play hockey and have fun with all my guys doing it. So
Sure. It's got to feel good, though.
yeah.
It's definitely good. So earlier in an article that we were reading that you participate in Flyers development camps. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so the development camps are just, it's an opportunity for the prospects and some of the guys who've been playing professional for a little bit, just to kind of get to know each other and get to know the staff and the Flyers and be around the facilities, get a tour with the Wells Fargo Centers, which is where the Flyers play. So it kind of just sets you up for success for the coming years and kind of introduces you to the professional hockey world. So
How crucial is like that development camp to be in cultivating your skills and your assets kind of as a player?
it's definitely a great learning opportunity because, like I said before, there's guys like John LeClaire there, Patrick Sharp, John Tortorella, who's the head coach, and like tons of other guys who they're there, they're watching you, they're giving you their honest opinion. So if you go there and just be a sponge and try to take in everything that they're telling you, you'll profit from it, and it'll help you as a player and a person too. So yeah.
Got you. So earlier also in another article we were reading that when you were first heading into that professional environment to the NHL, going to these developmental camps, that you were a little nervous going to the camps. Given that it's your third year, you've been around it a little bit more, are those kind of subsided?
Yeah, you definitely still feel the nerves just because it's such a big deal and it can kind of change the course of your life if you don't perform. So, yeah, it's definitely nerve-wracking, but that just means you care. So, kind of once you get into it, all the nerves go away, and you're just like anything else. Like I said before, you're playing. So hockey's hockey. So you just let yourself be yourself and play and do what you do out there best.
So there's going to be a lot of eyes on you this season. What can BU fans expect to see from the team this season?
Expect a lot of work, a group that looks like can get each other's backs, and hopefully a lot of goals too. So it should be a fun year.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks
It's been
for having
amazing
me.
having you. Be sure to keep up with all things Kaplan and Terrier Hockey on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time, I'm your host, Tyler Johnson.